Good afternoon, students. So we are going to start the class. The topic for today, or the point that we are going to start today, is development of the male gametophyte. Right. In the last class, we have talked about how does the pollen grain develops in the anther. What we have to do, we have to cut a TS of the anther. We have talked about all those. Today, the topic would be development of the male gametophyte. So heading for development of the male gametophyte. Male gametophyte, gametophyte means nothing but we are talking about the pollen grains, right? And when we are talking about the development, the entire series of development can be divided into two steps, right? Broadly, গোটেই process to দুভাগত ভাগ কৰিব পাৰি, এটা হ'ল pre-pollination আৰু এটা হ'ল post-pollination. So what we are going to do is we are going to draw a diagram about the process and then we are going to explain. Pre-pollination stage আৰু post-pollination stage. Right. So we have to talk about both the two stages. Before discussing these or before writing about these two stages, we have to draw the diagram. So diagram to actually what?
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, মই মানে এইমাত্ৰ জয়েন কৰিছো ইয়াৰ আগত কিবা পঢ়াইছে নেকি এইটো টপিক
না না nothing.
Okay, ma'am.
No. Few of the students have already drawn this diagram. Junia Akisa, you don't have to draw it again. For those students who have not drawn it, please draw it. So what we are drawing here is a pollen grain. After this, just a rough diagram about the entire process. From the last class, what we remember, if you are talking about a pollen grain or wall of the pollen grain, it has two walls. One is called as the exine and the inner one is called as the intine, right? From this, we have diagram number C. Then we have the next diagram. This is the diagram number E. Okay, just see the diagram whether you have drawn it correctly or not. Is the diagram clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So they are clear, no?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we can start the explanation. Right. So we were talking about the development of the male gametophyte, right? So pollen grain to কেনেকে develop করে last class আমি কি করেছি যে pollen grain to কেনেকে form করেছে, and if you want to see the development of the pollen grain or if you want to see how, the procedure how it is formed, এখানে আমি anther এটা bilobe anther আমি TS করেছি, and then we have talked about all those that parietal cells, collagenous cell, etc. etc. MMC the microsome mother cell is the word that we have talked about. Microsome mother cell undergoes meiosis division and forms tetrads of microspores, right? We have talked about this eventually. So, aji he microspore to develop kore. So, when we talk about the microspore or a pollen grain, right? So, what we have, we see that it's made up of two walls, the enzyme and the exine. We remember that we have studied that the exine is not continuous, no? Broken থাকে মাঝে মাঝে কিছুমান pores থাকে, and these pores are called as germ pores. What was the main function of the germ pore? It is that area through which the pollen tube will be formed, or the enzyme will come out to form the pollen tube. So first, one cell with one nuclei, then the next step is it will undergo unequal division. It will cut off a smaller cell and a bigger cell. So smaller cell would be called as the generative cell, and the larger would be called as the tube cell. So obviously tube cell যদি আছে, tube cell এর nucleus থাকিব, generative cell এর generative nucleus থাকিব. This is the second stage. After this, what happens? It is seen that in and around the generative cell, a thick layer of callose deposition হয়, right? So this dark color indicates what? Callose deposition in and around the generative cell. And because of this reason, callose deposit হয়ে গেল, what would be the outcome? The outcome is something like this. Now, if you see this diagram and this diagram, অকমান difference এটা পাইছা দেখিছান নাই? A2 diagram or A2 diagram of different things. First, what is the similarity? Here also you can see two cells, that is the tube cell and the generative cell. But in this case, what you can see? I mean, the tube nuclear generative cell, but tube cell, generative cell, we have already marked it. But there should be slight difference between the two, no? Difference to ki rekhisa. What is the difference?
Tube nucleus degenerate হয়েছে।
Tube nucleus to degenerate হয়ে গেছে, তার উপর what is
Shallow deposition নাই।
callose deposition
Generative
হয়?
cell to
callose
Exactly, generative cell to
উপরেও কি হইছে?
So প্ৰথমতে এইটো চোৱাচোন, এইটো cell, এইটো cellত কি আছে? Tube cell আছে, generative cell আছে, ইয়াতে কি আছে? ইয়াতো tube cell আছে, generative cell আছে, but if you are comparing this one and this one, অকমান হলেও diagramটো বেলেগ হয় নে নহয়?
yes, ma'am.
The difference is, in this diagram, it looks as if the generative cell remains floating inside the tube cell. But when we are talking about this entire cell has been clearly divided into two parts. One, the generative cell, and the other, the tube cell. কিন্তু ইয়াতে কি দেখিছে? callose deposition কি কৰিলে যে generative cell to tube cell ৰ ভিতৰত floating or নিচিনা এটা condition ৰাখি দিছে. Did you understand? First, it was one cell that got divided into two cells. Directly, আমি দুটা cell দেখা পাওঁ, এটা small, এটা big. At this stage, বাহিৰৰ পৰা দেখিলে there is just one cell, and one cell is within another cell. The entire is to be considered as a tube cell, and within the tube cell, the generative cell remains floating. Is the point understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Because of the callose deposition, right? So after this stage, what happens is, this is the next stage. So through the germ pore, the enzyme comes out and ultimately it forms the pollen tube. In the pollen tube, what you will see this degenerating tube nucleus. Here for key question. Question where can you find the tube nucleus? At the apex, at the beginning of the pollen tube. It is always at the tip of the pollen tube where you will see the degenerated tube nucleus. That position to local question. So in the pollen tube, ultimately you will see the apex of tube nucleus that has already started degenerating from this stage itself. Then you will see the two male gametes will come into the point the male gametes form korile. If you have any idea, male gametes kuntu cell form kore. Eta pollen grain asile, pollen grain divided into two cells, that is the generative cell and the tube cell. Tube cell ultimately we have seen that it develops the pollen tube. Generative cell ki form koribo? The generative cell will obviously divide and form what? Two male gametes. So we'll come into that point later. So as of now, we can clear this is the pollen tube. Yate ki ase tube nucleus to ekdom towards the apex. Next, we have two male gametes, and the dotted area within the male gametes denotes rich cytoplasmic content. So male gametes are in and around both cytoplasm. So obviously, gute tube dalor cytoplasm thakibo. Next, this would also contain some vacuoles. So we see the presence of vacuoles and also something called as the callose plug. So within this pollen tube, kisuman ami callose position dekha pao aru ei callose position ki ami ki boli koisu, they are said to be callose plugs. As far as the function of the callose plug is concerned, when we talk about the tube nucleus, it is gradually naikya ho jabo, right? Talking about the two male gametes, obviously from the point of reproduction, the two male gametes are the most important part of the entire structure, and it will lead to fertilization. Talking about these, callose plug, we have to know what is the function of the callose plug. Callose plug, it separates the inactive cytoplasm from the active cytoplasm. The callose plug separates the inactive cytoplasm from the active cytoplasm. When we are talking about a pollen grain or pollen tube, automatically it's a enzyme. Germ pore through pollen tube. The pollen tube at the beginning, obviously it will not be a very extended structure. And gradually so at the beginning, right? So it will be this much, then it will increase, and then it will keep on increasing. So it is concluded that the apex of ultimately a tube cytoplasm to thakibo. So what it is believed that the active cytoplasm always stays at the tip. Pollen grain is active cytoplasm black or inactive cytoplasm black separate for you. So callose plug separates the inactive cytoplasm from the active cytoplasm. What is called as the active cytoplasm? The newly formed cytoplasm will be called as the active cytoplasm. Our agote form for cytoplasm consider inactive. Another way of explaining is why is it called as active cytoplasm? Maybe because the two main gametes are present in this area. So this portion would be called as the area of active cytoplasm. This portion would be called as the area of inactive cytoplasm. Differentiates callose plug. Is the point understood? Yes or no?
Ma'am. Ma'am, callose deposit mane active aru inactive cytoplasm separate kore.
Separate kore diye. Karon amak ki khini lage pollen tube da decoil hoye jay, it grows by apex, and the active cytoplasm would always be present here, right? Our agote form kora cytoplasm khini would be considered as inactive cytoplasm. So a separation callose plug separation korile.
Okay.
Clear? Okay. So we'll write the points about this. So as far as the explanation is concerned, every step exactly in form of a note, you'll get it in the PDF, right? Here we have explained. So here in the class, we are going to write only a few lines about it, right? As far as the entire note is concerned, please refer to the PDF that will be sent to you. right? একো বেলেগ নাথাকিব, ইয়াৰে explanation খিনি থাকিব, right? Okay. So if the diagram is over, below the diagram, okay, another point that I have to say is out of the 5 diagrams that we have drawn, no, আমি কেইটা step আকিছো 1 2
Ma'am.
3 4 5, right? Ha.
মেম মোৰ ফোনত মানে ফ্ৰিজ হৈ গ'ল আপোনাৰ ভিডিঅ'টো মেম আকৌ এই লাষ্ট 10 সেকেন্ডছত কি কৈছিল মেম ৰিপিট কৰিব পাৰিব
Okay, একো নাই মই কি কৈছিলো যে as far as the description of these entire processes concerned in the form of a proper note, you will get it in your PDF, right? Class note হিসাবে we are not going to write each and every sentence. ঠিক আছে আমি যেখিনি বুজালো সেই বস্তুখিনি written form ত তুমি PDF ত পাই যাবা. It is only the important points that we are going to write it here. That's the first point. Second point is out of the 5 diagrams that we have drawn, no, a Guttegita diagram indicates what? It indicates the development of the male gametophyte. And what we have already said is the entire process has been divided into 2 parts, pre-pollination or post-pollination. Out of these 5 steps or out of the 5 diagrams, the first 4 diagrams indicates the pre-pollination stage and this one indicates the post-pollination stage. Is the point understood? Pasta diagram of it, that is Sarita pre-pollination, our last diagram indicates post-pollination stage. Clear? So some of the important points we are going to write it down. So when we talk about the development of male gametophyte, first to be pre-pollination, no? Under pre-pollination development, first you have to know something about the microspore. When we talk about the microspore, there are certain things that you need to remember. First, it is the first cell of gametophytic generation. It's a question ahead. Dash is considered as the first cell of gametophytic generation. The microspore or the pollen grape is considered as the first cell of gametophytic generation. Next, the microspore germinates in situ. I think in situ germination we have talked about it in the last class. Monot ase ne? Microspore boli kowa loge lage when we are talking about germination of a microspore to germinate ketia kore? It germinates when it is still attached with the parent plant, and so we are using the word called as in situ. Last class we have already discussed about in situ germination. Third is it has thick cytoplasm and a prominent nucleus. Right? So first cell of gametophytic generation, point mono rakiba. Germination, in situ germination, microspore germination, kenuka exists in situ, it is always in situ, and it has thick cytoplasm and prominent nucleus. This microspore will have a microspore nucleus. This microspore nucleus will divide to form 2 daughter nuclei. These 2 daughter nuclei ultimately will form 2 unequal cells. And what are the 2 cells we are talking about? Smaller generative cell and larger vegetative or tube cell. Just see whether it's clear or not. Right? So development, we are talking about pre-pollination. It starts from the microspore. Microspore nucleus থাকিব. Ultimately, this microspore will divide and form two unequal cells at a smaller generative cell and larger vegetative cell. So smaller and larger are also the two words that you need to remember. কোনটো ডাঙৰ কোনটো সৰু এই বস্তুটো জানিব লাগিব ঠিক আছে so generative cell is smaller and vegetative cell is larger in the diagram we have not marked the word vegetative instead we have written the word called as tube cell no but now we know the tube cell is also called as vegetative cell do you have any idea why the tube cell is called as vegetative cell এটা জেনারেটিভ সেল বুলি কৈছে এটা টিউব সেল বা ভেজিটেটিভ সেল বুলি কৈছে টিউব সেল আৰু ভেজিটেটিভ সেল বুলি কি কৈছে
And to provide nutrients.
Yeah, that could be one reason, or maybe the simplest way to understand maybe it's because it is a generative cell that will form the two male gametes, and from reproduction point of view, important key, obviously the gametes, right? So, eta cell june gametes form kore, but maybe we can consider it as a reproductive, and the other stage could be considered as a vegetative. Clear? Ekin likha hol leke?
Yes.
Okay. After this point, continue কৰিম না pollen grains are shed in this bicelled stage. Bicelled what tomorrow rakiba? It's almost about in 70% of angiosperms.
Ma'am, picture to okon blur hoise nei ma'am.
Blur hoise?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And the sound is also
ম্যাম হৈ যাব
হ'ব? ঠিক আছে. Okay, the board is not very clear. Just tell me so that I can dictate. Right?
Ma'am, pollen grains are ki likha ase?
Shed. SHED. তুমি লিখিলো and then we'll explain. Sometimes pollen grains are shed in free cell stage also. And when we talk about free cell stage, what we understand is okay, it's a likhilo. Let's see. So what we are talking about is we are talking about the development of the pollen grain and development of the pollen grain obviously divided into two stages pre-pollination development or post-pollination development. তাৰমানে pollen grain to develop কৰাৰ পিছত এটা stage develop কৰাৰ পিছত what happens is the next step is obviously pollination and after pollination the fifth diagram that we have drawn no pollen tubes are formed কৰিছিলে so that's a part of post-pollination. So what we understood microspore থাকিব microspore to eta stage লকে develop কৰিব তাৰ পিছত pollination হ'ব pollination ৰ পিছত আকৌ microspore to develop কৰিব right so generally when we are talking about pre-pollination কোনখিনি লকে হয় then there would be the microspore will get divided into two cells the smaller generative cell আৰু larger vesicle মানে এটা cell to কেইটালে divide হৈ গল দুটা cell divide হৈ গল what makes Once the microspore is divided into two cells, the next stage is pollination. And when pollination occurs in this condition, then that type of a pollination will be called as a bicell pollination. Right? So pollen grains or development of what we understood. First, microspore. The microspore divided into two cells, and that is what is called as two-cell stage. After becoming two cells, what next? Pollination occurs, right? So in most of the angiosperms, আমি কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কন্ডিশন দেখা পাওঁ যে ম্যাক্সিমাম পোলেন গ্ৰেইনছ বিলাকে এই দুটা সেল ফর্ম কৰাৰ পিছতে পলিনেশন হৈ যায় কিন্তু there are certain cases where we see a three cell stage also and when we talk about three cell eta microspore so first we have talked about this as the pollen grain right so pollen grain to কিহলে divide কৰিব দুটা সেললে divide কৰিব tube cell generating cell আৰু তাৰ পিছত কি হ'ব pollination and this is a condition that is most common right and since we can see two cells so this is called as two cell cells but sometimes what happens you see the microspore right then it divides into again two cells the tube cell and the generative cell after this duta cell form kora pisot pollination nohoi pelai what happens is already yate দুটা মেল গ্যামেট অলরেডি ফর্ম করে ইয়াতে টিউব সেলটো থাকিব এটো এটা মেল গ্যামেট এটো এটা মেল গ্যামেট so ultimately how many cells three cells so this point tells us that pollination কোনটো cell dot hobo two cell condition hoy na three cell condition hoy in maximum cases in case of angiosperm what is the type of pollination that you see it is a two cell stage pollination is the point understood just think is it clear
Yes, ma'am.
So question to क्या है angiosperms और pollen grains বিলাক কি cell condition of pollinate करे in case of angiosperms in case of or you can say in case of maximum of the angiosperms pollen grains are always shed in a bicell stage what is a bicell stage or it started from one cell now the pollen grain is made up of two cells and this is what is called as a bicell stage pollination হ'ব কিন্তু কিছুমানৰ case of three cell stage of pollination হয় clear
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So remember two cell and three cell condition. Right. So this was before pollination. Next, কি হ'ব pollen grain to pollination হ'ব. After pollination also it will develop and the stage will be called as post pollination development. And post pollination development to ক'ত হ'ব এটা pollen grain or pre pollination development আমি already দেখা পালো when we talk about pollination obviously we have used the word called as in situ right এতিয়া post pollination development to pollen grain of ক'ত হ'বগৈ since we have used already the word pollination so obviously the pollen grain will go from the anther and it will reach the stigma of the flower right so post pollination of the pollen grain ক'ত হ'ব stigma হ'ব is the point clear
Yes.
Audio clear নহয় নেকি Once the pollen grain is transferred to the stigma, the pollen grain absorbs the water present in the stigma Then the vegetative cell enlarges and comes out through the germ pore as the pollen tube. So diagram যেটা আমি আঁকিছিলাম, the fifth diagram or description we are giving it here, right? So pollen tube to form what করিব? Pollen tube to generally when we are talking about that two cell condition, pollen tube will be formed once the pollen grain reaches the stigma. So if you are talking about a condition like this, right? Stigma style ovary, I think we understand, right? We are talking about the carpel. So this is what is called as stigma. Stigma supposed to collect water, right? ইয়াতে কি হ'ব? Pollen grain to পৰিব। কেনেকুৱা condition আছিলে? Two cell condition, the tube cell and the generative cell, right? So the tube cell is also called as the vegetative cell. Once it absorbs, or this pollen grain absorbs the water that is present in the stigma, the vegetative cell enlarges. So this cell will enlarge and ultimately through the through the germ pore, কি হ'ব? It will come out. This is the pollen tube. So this is the explanation what we have written it here, right? So pollen tube ultimately form কৰিছে। So this was the second point. Third point লিখা, something about the tube nucleus. Tube nucleus descends to the tip of the pollen tube and later degenerates next. What will happen to the generative cell? The generative cell will divide to form two male gametes, right? So আমি post pollination of কথা কৈ আছো। Liberated by cells, we understand the term called as by cells. It will fall in the stigma. In the stigma, the vegetative cell will get enlarged and then the pollen tube will develop, right? Pollen tube or ekdom tipot ki thakibo? Tube nucleus to thakibo, and what will happen to the generative cell? Inside the pollen tube, the generative cell will divide and ultimately it will form two male gametes. Another line about pollen tube you could write. Another line likha, maybe in the form of a point. The growth of the pollen tube is chemotropic and apical. Just see whether you have understood or not. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
यहाँ पर की question है? Important question है ना? Chemotropic and apical. So what we understand by the two words, chemotropic and apical?
Growth growth is based upon chemicals.
Yeah, that growth is based upon the secretion of certain types of chemicals, right? We know that the pollen tube will grow. We have got that, right? Style or majere ki hobo, pollen tube to grow koribo, no? So this growth is obviously helped by certain types of chemicals that is synthesized, and so the growth could be considered as a chemotrophic growth. As far as apical is concerned, what is the meaning of apical? The pollen tube grows
Terminal.
by yeah, terminal or apex. If you remember, we have used the word called as active cytoplasm. No? Active cytoplasm কোট থাকে যোনখিনি জায়গাত growth হয় সেইখিনি জায়গাত active cytoplasm থাকে. And if you're talking about that pollen tube, obviously it grows by the apex, and so the active cytoplasm would always be present at the apex. Is it clear? So, it is a term. মনত ৰাখিবা ইয়াৰ পৰা question আহে. So this was all about the post-pollination and the pre-pollination. So up till here, what we have studied this, we have talked about the male sex organs. So main topic is still sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, or first part that we have started discussing was the male reproductive part, and we have started it from the anther. And now we have seen that inside the anther, কি develop করে, pollen grain বিলাক develop করে, or microspores develop করে. And how does the microspore develop? This was the thing that we have discussed today, right? Pre-pollination development and post-pollination development. Now the pollen grain is ready for pollination. At the same time, the female part should also be ready. Pollination hole hobo. So the next topic that we have to talk about is obviously the female reproductive part. But before going to the female reproductive part, some points about the pollen tube. Points extra care. We'll be talking about pollen tube. So heading koriba pollen tube. And after writing these 2 points about the pollen tube, we're discussing the female reproductive part. Right. Next, if you are talking about the pollen tube, it has 3 zones. I mean, 5th figure into Akisilu, no? The first zone is called as the growth zone. So, which part of the growth zone or where it is present? It is present at the tip with dense cytoplasm. This area is called as the growth zone. If you are talking about this again, right? A area to কি বুলি কম? Growth zone. Okay. It is present at the tip. Next, we have the nuclear zone. And what does the nuclear zone contain? It contains the tube nucleus and male gametes. So, ইয়াতে tube nucleus asile degenerated area to ami ki boli ko nuclear zone, and this apex would be called as the growth zone. And finally, we have the vacuolization zone. So this zone is rich in vacuoles of vacuolated cytoplasm. Cytoplasm with a series of Kellogg's plugs. Diagram to already আঁকিছিলো তো ইয়াতে vacuoles বিলাক থাকিব আৰু কি থাকিব Kellogg's plugs থাকিব so these are the vacuoles Kellogg's plugs right and this area will be called as vacuolated zone right so ultimately if you're talking about the pollen tube it has 3 zones and Kellogg's plugs are what is the function? Saturates the inactive cytoplasm from the active cytoplasm. Or active cytoplasm towards the tip. So these are some of the extra points about the pollen tube. So after any doubts?
Ma'am, third point to bujai dibosun.
Kuntu?
Third point.
This one? Which point?
Third
Third
zone.
point. Third point. Vacuolization zone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we are talking about this pollen tree. I'm sorry, we are talking about this pollen tube, right? Fifth diagram আমি যেটা ভালকে আঁকিছো এটা এখন roughly আঁকিছো. So this entire section has been divided into 3 zones. ঠিক আছে? এই triple area যত নেকি বহুত বা thick cytoplasm থাকিব বা dense cytoplasm থাকিব কি বুলি কম growth zone. যোনটো area degenerated tube nucleus to আৰু দুটা male gamete থাকিব এই জোনটোক আমি কি বুলি কৈছো this is called as a nuclear zone. Leaving behind এইখিনি এৰিলে তাৰ next area to a entire area would be called as vacuolization zone. কিহৰ কাৰণে it is given the term because this area contains a lot of vacuoles in it. এই টিউব ডালৰ এইখিনি portionত বহুত vacuoles থাকিব together with vacuoles আৰু এটা বস্তু থাকিব that is called as the Kellogg's plug. So vacuolization zone কি থাকিব vacuoles and Kellogg's plug. As far as Kellogg's plug is concerned, what is the main function of the Kellogg's plug? Separates the active and inactive cytoplasm. Since vacuoles are present, the area is called as vacuolization zone. Here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. লিখা হল কি?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
Last point to likhiye.
Okay, লিখি লোৱা.
Ma'am, inactive cytoplasm আৰু active cytoplasm টো আপোনালোকে বুজাওকচোন।
Active cytoplasm আৰু inactive cytoplasm যোনখিনি growth area হয় ন সেলটোৰ যোনখিনি জেগাত বেছিকে growth হয় ন সেইখিনিত আমাক কি বুলি কয় active cytoplasm and by growth what we understand one way of understanding growth is cell division also right so pollen tube ডাল কি হ'ব লাগিব দীঘল হৈ গৈ থাকিব লাগিব so দীঘল হ'ব লাগিলে pollen tube ডাল grow কৰিব লাগিব right so in that case যোনখিনি জেগাৰ পৰা grow কৰে and we have already learned pollen tube goes through the apex no apex to ডাঙৰ হৈ গৈ থাকে so যোনখিনি cytoplasm সেই apexত আছে বা growth zoneত আছে সেইখিনিক আমি active cytoplasm বুলি কৈছো clear বুজি পালানে
Yes, ma'am.
did you understand
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, বুঝি পালা no? So I think this is over. We can rub the board. So up till here, what we have completed the male reproductive part. Next heading করা microsporophyll. Oh, sorry, heading কৰিবা megasporophyll. Microsporophyll টো আমি complete কৰিলো. So next লিখিবা megasporophyll. What you understand by the term megasporophyll? Megasporophyll মানে কি? আমি কিছুমান ওয়ার্ড ডিসকাস কৰিছিল ন মাইক্রোস্পোরোফিল মাইক্রোস্পোরস মাইক্রোস্পোরেঞ্জিয়াম মেগাস্পোরোফিল মেগাস্পোর মেগাস্পোরেঞ্জিয়াম yes or no
Ma'am, carpel.
okay so what is a megasporophyll sporophyll the way to remember is I think I have said so many times about this word sporophyll means what spore bearing leaf right fill ki hoy fill is nothing but a leaf right so megasporophyll so we are talking mega reproductive obviously we are talking about what the female reproductive part yes or no right so female reproductive part of our flower is what is the female reproductive part of a flower
carpel
obviously so megasporophyll is nothing but the carpel. It's a point understood.
Yes.
Are they go? Megasporangium বলে যদি লিখো এবার কি হবো? What is megasporangium?
Ma'am, ovary.
No, it's the ovule. Right? So আমি before discuss করি. Okay. Talking about the megasporophyll on the carpel আমি কি জানো it is nothing but a modified leaf right this leaf bears ovules it consists of parts of a carpel কি আছিলে carpel parts বিলাক নাজানো নে পাহৰিলো
ovule stigma style ovary
ovule very good confused হৈছে নেকি তোমালোকে নেকি
নাম কি কলে
confused হৈছে নেকি নেকি
নাই না
parts of a carpel পাহৰি গৈছো যে আমি কিয় right so when we talk about the carpel we remember something like this right etu ki hoy stigma this is called as style and obviously this portion would be called as ovary inside the ovary ki thake
Ovules.
ovules bilak thake ei concept to clear koriba thik ase so we have the stigma we have the style we have the ovary inside the ovary what you will find with the ovules right so when we talk about the carpel is nothing but a modified leaf the other name of a carpel is megasporophyll it is a leaf that bears ovules right and it consists of three parts the stigma style and ovule
consist of to rakhoksun ma'am
okay consists of stigma style and ovary bole likhile hobo okay is it over
yes
is
ma'am.
likha out okay so talking about the female reproductive part of a flower and if you go in terms of the holes like ami ki boli kom female reproductive part is represented by the Gynosium, right? Our gynosium or individual member of carpel. I think you remember those 4 holes of a flower. One doesn't it? At a flower, keta hole it has 4 holes. That is, calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynosium. These are called the 4 holes of a flower, right? At a flower is the complete hoy. তেতিয়াহলে তাত 4টা hole থাকে. And what are the 4 holes? Calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynosium. Talking about calyx, what we remember? The individual members are called as calyx or individual members of কি বুলি কৈছিলো? Sepals,
Petals.
right? Yeah, and individual members of corolla,
Petals.
Petals.
petals. Individual member of androecium,
Stamen. Stamen.
stamen. And individual members of gynosium, carpel, right? Carpel আৰু এটা নাম আছিলে, this is all from the morphology part that we have already studied. Carpel is also called as K. It is also
Pistil.
called as pistil. Okay. So when we talk about the female reproductive part, gynosium, এটা extra information from morphology, right? Flowers বিলাকৰ gynosium কেইডাল থাকিব? Is it necessary that each and every flower will have a single pistil, or there are certain flowers who have more than one pistil also?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
flowers pistil কিমান? Single pistil থাকে নে বেছি pistilও থাকে?
বেছিও থাকে।
বেছিও থাকে. When a flower has a single pistil, do you remember the term that you have used for that flower? এডাল pistil থাকা flower আমি কি বুলি কওঁ?
Multi.
কি কৈছিলো? বা এডাল carpel থাকা flower আমি কি বুলি কওঁ?
Multipistillate.
এডাল থাকিলে মাল্টি কম জানো?
monocarpal.
No, monopistillate.
Monopistillate or monocarpellary. Right? And if it has multiple pistils, it would be called as what? Multicarpellary.
Multi ne poly.
Polycarpellary ক'ব পৰা, multicarpellary ক'ব পৰা. ঠিক আছে? Okay. When we talk about monocarpellary, example, actually AKD portion, it is not from this lesson, right? This is the information that we have already studied during the morphology class. Since we are talking about gynosium, just to refresh, আমি information কৈছো, right? Talking about gynosium, দুটা term associated, এটা হল monocarpellary, এটা হল multicarpellary, or polycarpellary, right? Monocarpellary means single pistil, and if you have more than one pistil, then obviously it is called as multicarpellary. Examples could be any example you can remember. Etc. Right? So, eta flower, এডাল pistil থাকিব বা বেছি pistil থাকিব. Now, coming to this section, together with polycarpellary conditions, not দুটা condition আৰু আছিলে. Do you remember? I think we have learned about something. When there are more than one pistils, these pistils either remain free or they remain fused. পঢ়িছিলো নাই? বহুত যদি এটা ফুলত যদি বহুত pistils থাকে, সেই pistils বিলাক কি কৰি থাকিব পাৰে? Either they will remain in a fused condition or they will remain in a free condition. And we have two different terms for that. Free condition or fused condition. One does say
Apocarpus and syncarpus.
Apocarpus and syncarpus.
apocarpus and syncarpus. Very good. এটা এপো কি আছিল আৰু সিন কি আছিল? কোনটো ফ্ৰী আছিল কোনটো ফিউজ?
Free, soon to
Free,
fuse.
to fuse.
Very good. Free is apocarpus. Right? And fused is syncarpus. Right? If we are talking about syncarpus, examples could be tomato. Examples, morphology perspective. Mustard, etc. If you're talking about this one, example could be rose, lotus, etc. Right, from the morphology part. So what we know that female part of a flower is called as gynosium, So its individual member is called as pistil. A flower could be monocarpellary or it could be polycarpellary. If it is a polycarpellary condition, then we can see either apocarpous condition or syncarpous condition. Now, since we are talking about the flower, we are talking about apocarpous and syncarpous. Obviously, talking about the female reproductive part, it has a link with the fruit also. Right, female reproductive part of prior to fruit to form per, because we know that ovary obviously gets transformed into fruit. One point again from the morphology part. If you are talking about an apocarpous condition, what is the type of fruit that they will form? Eta flower যদি apocarpous condition of আছে, কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ fruit form কৰিব? Types of fruits from morphology. Okay, if you don't know the term, even then just come to this point. This is a condition, this is a flower, তাত carpel কেইডাল আছে? বহুত আছে। গোটেই কেইডাল carpel কি হৈ আছে? Free হৈ আছে। If there are many carpels, then obviously there will be many ovary, and if there are many ovary, fruits কেইটা form কৰিব? এটা fruit form কৰিব, many fruits form কৰিব?
Many fruits. Ma'am,
Many fruits.
কি form কৰিব?
বেছি form কৰিব many fruits.
Obviously, many fruits form কৰিব। যিহেতু বহুত ovary আছে ন, so all the ovary will get fertilized and then it will result in the formation of many fruits. Many fruits থাকাৰ conditionটোক আমি কি কৈছিলে? Aggregate of fruits. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So এইটো condition কি form কৰিব ultimately? Aggregate of fruits form কৰিব, right? আৰু in the syncarpous condition, তেতিয়াহ'লে syncarpous কি হয়? Even in this flower, you see the presence of many pistils, but all the pistils remains fused into one type, right? And so ultimately, this type of a condition would result in a single fruit. Right? এইখিনি আসলে information from the morphology portion. So কিবা বুজি পোৱা নাই নেকি? Any question, any doubt? So I think I can drop the board. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a network issue?
আপোনাৰ মাতটো ভাঙি ভাঙি গৈছিলে।
Yes, ma'am.
সেইকাৰণে মেম ক'বলৈ মানে কি কৈছে ভালকে।
Exactly. Starting of পৰা হৈছে নে অকল এতিয়া হৈছে?
আমি এতিয়া কৈ থাকোতে হৈছে।
মাজে মাজে হৈ থাকে।
মাজে মাজে ৰখি যায়?
মেম মানে ইলেক্ট্ৰিক মানে হেৰি হৈ যায়, মানে ভাঙি যায় মাতটো, কেনেকে বুজাম?
তাকেতো I understand. তোমালোকৰো মই freely পোৱা নাই। So like,
Zigzag type হৈ যায়।
it seems as if there is a gap in the lecture. মই question কৰিছো, তোমালোকে answer এতিয়া নাই কৰা, পিছত কৰিছা। মানে something is not going freely. মানে free flowing হোৱা নাই ভিডিঅ'টো, কিয় ক'ব নোৱাৰো। কিন্তু as far as understanding is concerned, বুজি পাইছা নে নাই? যিখিনি লিখিছো সেইখিনি দেখা পাইছা নে নাই?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Clear
ma'am.
আছে।
দেখা পাইছা ন? Okay. তো এতিয়ালৈকে কিবা problems আছে নেকি?
মেম এতিয়া নাই হোৱা।
আকৌ শুনা নাই, কিবা কৈছা?
And problem নাই হোৱা।
Okay. Now we are going to write certain points. যেহেতু we have already talked about the terms stigma, style and ovary, কেইটামান point আমি লিখি লওঁ। Something about the ovary. The ovary has an ovarian cavity with one or more locules. So, new information from morphology. Do you remember we have talked about locules? Locules মানে কি আসলে? What is the locule? অকমান morphology notes খিনি চাবা. So if you're
Chambers.
talking about chambers, yes, if you're talking about this as a ovary and if you're talking about this as septa, এইবিলাক portion কি হয়? These are nothing but locules, right? Locules or chambers. We have already talked about placentation. So placentation portion to Sama, morphology, then talk about it. Right. Chambers. Next. Another word. Placenta is present. Placenta কি আসলে?
Structure providing nutrition.
It is a collection of tissues that provide nutrition. That's one explanation. Second is, it is the area where you'll find the ovules. No? In other words, seat of the ovule. Eta ovary, ovules বিলাক ক'ত পাম? Placenta পাম. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Third point. Inside the ovary, what you will find? Ovule. Ovule is also called as megasporangium, or it is also called as integumented megasporangium. Terms clear হ'ব লাগিলে আমি কৈছো. So ovule is also called as megasporangium. It has integuments, and so it is also called as integument or integumented megasporangium. এইখিনি আমি ovary কিছুমান points লিখি আছো, right? This is point number 3. Talking about point number 4. Ovary বিলাকৰ ভিতৰত কি থাকে? Ovule. When we are writing about ovary, so we know there are certain ovary where or which consists of only one ovule. Example of one ovary with one ovule could be these, and there are certain ovary with many ovules, and obviously examples would be papaya, watermelon, etc. Next. The most common type of ovule in angiosperm. জানো কি এটো? Most common type of ovule in angiosperm কি ovule? Types of ovule পঢ়িছা নেকি?
মেম পাহৰিছো নেকি মেম এইটো
Types of ovule, anatropous ovule. ঠিক আছে, আমি ইয়াতে already types of ovule কৰিমেই হা। So এইখিনি হ'ল information about ovule, ovary, etc. Right? So when we talk about the female reproductive part, we have a term called as gynoecium. Gynoecium or individual member of কি বুলি কয়? Pistil. Right? So flowers could be either with a single pistil or it would be of many pistils, right? So stigma, style, ovary are the three parts of a couple. Ovary কিছুমান informations we know a word called as ovarian cavity, right? Ovary কিছুমান chambers থাকে, right? এই chambers বিলাকো আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? Locules বুলি কওঁ. Inside the chamber কি থাকিব? Placenta থাকিব. What is the placenta? The area where you will find the ovule is called as the placenta. What is the function of the placenta? It provides nourishment to the developing ovule, right? Ovary with a single ovule, ovary with many ovules, some examples, and the most common type of ovule. Types of ovule, we'll be discussing around 6 types of ovule, and out of those 6 types, what's the common type of ovule that is found in angiosperms is always anatropous. If you have come across certain words called as orthotropous, anatropous, hemitropous, campylotropous, words so we'll be discussing all that. As of now, just write this point. लिखा हो लिखे?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, structure of the ovule. So obviously, diagram এটা আঁকিব লাগিব. Diagram টো আঁকি লওঁ. আঁকি লোৱা. Diagram clear হৈছে নে? ভালকে দেখা পাইছা?
Yes, ma'am.
Please see the markings carefully, okay? Can you see the diagram properly?
Yes, ma'am. See the diagram. Right.
মেম ওপৰত কি মাৰ্ক কৰিছে
এইটো
no মেম ইফালে বক্সত
this one
no বক্সত
this one
yes মেম
কোনটো বক্স এইটো বক্স
মেম
নে কোনটো বক্স এইটো
এইটোৱে
ৰাফে RAP okay RAPHE
মেম চেন্ট্ৰেল চেলটো কি আছিল নো
চেন্ট্ৰেল সেল এটা সেল য'ত নেকি দুটা নিউক্লিয়াছ একেলগে থাকে the polar nuclei যোনে নেকি later কি ফৰ্ম কৰিব এন্ডোস্পাৰ্ম ফৰ্ম কৰিব ডাবল ফাৰ্টিলাইজেশ্যন শুনিছা
yes মেম
যোনখিনি পোৰ্শন ৰেডেৰে লিখিছো সেইখিনি ক্লিয়াৰ হৈছে নে পানিকলছ টপ অফ দ্য ওভিল ইজ ইট ক্লিয়াৰ
Yes, ma'am.
বাইদেউ মই যেনেকে ডেফিনেশ্যন খিনি লিখি দিছো ডেফিনেশ্যন খিনি লিখি ল'বা কাৰণ ইয়াৰ পৰা কুৱেশ্যন আহে এইটো মই লিখি দিওঁ এক্সটেনশ্যন অফ দ্য পানিকল
মেম চেন্ট্ৰেল চেলৰ ওপৰত কি লিখিছে
চেন্ট্ৰেল চেলৰ ওপৰত নিউক্লিয়াছ NUCLEUS
মেম ৰেফিটো মুছি দিলে যে কি লিখা আছে
লিখি দিওঁ extension of the funicle
ma'am hilum is the only place where the
hilum is a point of attachment of the funicle to the ovary যোনটো পইণ্টত এই গোটেই ওভিউলটো এই ষ্টকডালত লাগি থাকিব 8 পইণ্টটো
এটা ওপেন হয় ন
এইখিনি জেগাৰে আমি কি বুলি কওঁ নহয় ওপেন কেনেকে হ'ব
হিলামৰ বিষয়ে কিবা এটা
Open
কৈছিল
to
মানে
তোমাৰ-
পানী সোমালে জাৰ্মিনেশনছ হয়
সেইটোতো এটা ষ্টক যোনটো এৰিয়া য'ত লাগি থাকিব ন বস্তুটো মাইক্ৰপাইল আৰু হিলাম আমি কম ঠিক আছে জাৰ্মিনেশ্যনত পানী সোমালে হেল্প কৰে ন
yes ma'am
then we have the micropyle এইটো আৰু part নহয় এইটো just two area আঁকি লোৱা
ম্যাম
Hmm.
ম্যাম ৰেফ্ৰিৰ ওপৰতো কি লিখিছে ৰেড কালাৰ লিখিছে যে
এইখিনি ন
ম্যাম
extension of the funicle over the body of the ovule. তাৰমানে এইটো তোমাৰ funicle ন funicle মানে stalk, right? এই stalkডাল অকমান এটা part ovule টোৰ বডিৰ ওপৰত extended হৈ থাকে. This extended part is called as reference. And when we are talking about this structure, এইটো কি structure হয়? Most common ovule আমি কি কৈছিলো? So in case of angiosperms, the most common ovule is obviously the anatropous ovule. So we have drawn an anatropous ovule, right? আঁকা হল নেকি?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the structure of the ovule, and which ovule? Anatropous ovule. Yeah, as we'll be discussing it later, but we will know that depending on certain things like orientation, position of the funicle, micropyle, etc., depending on such conditions, so ovule বিলাকক বেলেগ বেলেগ types of categorize কৰা হৈছে, আৰু তাৰ ভিতৰত এটা type of ovule আছে that's called as anatropous, and that is supposed to be the most common, and that is the diagram that we are drawing it in the class, right? Now the second point is, when is the ovule said to be anatropous? কোনটো ovule to be anatropous বুলি ক'বা? If you see the diagram, we have written something called the micropyle and the selager, right? So micropyle is an area য'ত নেকি এই ovule টোৰ, if you see this diagram, no, taking these sides of it is covered by the integument, but there is one portion where the integument is not present, and that area is called as the micropyle, right? So what is the micropyle? The area where the integument is not present, that is called as the micropyle. Our micropyle is just opposite area to আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? Selager বুলি কওঁ, right? Now, our ovule is said to be anatropous if the micropyle faces towards the ground. যদি তলৰ পিনে মুখ কৰি আছে, তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ovule বিলাকক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ? Anatropous ovule বুলি কওঁ. Is the point clear? Proper definition we'll give it, or we'll discuss it later when we are talking about types of ovule. As of now, what is the anatropous ovule? Our ovule is said to be anatropous when the micropyle lies or faces towards the ground. Clear?
yes ma'am
Okay.
yes ma'am
Now, talking about the parts of the ovule, obviously ovule থাকিব, ovule টোৰ ভিতৰত কি থাকিব? Most important part, obviously the egg chamber, no? Egg apparatus থাকিব, egg apparatus, এইবিলাকৰ কথা details পিছত পঢ়িম. Talking about the egg apparatus, it contains, or it consists of 3 cells, 1 egg and 2 synergid. পিছত discuss কৰিম. Central portion, we have something called as a central cell. Central cell is supposed to be the largest cell of the ovule, right? Central cell of duta nucleus. It is one cell with 2 nuclei. But if you are talking about the rest of the cells, cell protect the cell of the eta nucleus. Just opposite to the egg apparatus, we have antipodal cells. Antipodal cells is also a collection of 3 cells in common. Tinta cell of tinta nucleus. Right? This is the inner structure. This ovule or this part is surrounded by a nutritive tissue that is called as the nucellus. Nucellus or kamki, the developing ovule to kapra food die. And plus later we will understand the ovule to copra form korise. Right? So I think you will remember the pollen grain to enterophyte keneke form korise. We have talked about that archisporial layer and all those stuff. Similarly, when we are going to talk about metasporogenesis, development of the megaspore from the nucellus, these are the things that we are going to study later. As of now, this red portion is the nucleus. What is the function? It provides nourishment to the developing ovule. Next, this ovule is surrounded by 2 covering, and this 2 covering are called as integuments. Not necessarily each and every ovule will have 2 covering. কিছুমান ovule এখন covering থাকিব পাৰে, that will be called as unitechnic. Certain ovules would be bitechnic, certain would be tritechnic, etc. But in case of angiosperms, the most common condition is obviously bitechnic, and so the ovules have two coverings. One is called the outer integument, and the other is called the inner integument. Outer integument or the inner integument, after fertilization, what is their function? They will form the seed covering. Right, seed covering, if you know testa, tegment, these are the words that we have studied in the morphology class. Form integuments right. Next we have raphe. Raphe ki hoy, that extended portion of the funicle. Funicle to ketiyaba body of the ovule upor di jai, this extended portion is called as the raphe. Next we have funicle. What is funicle? The stalk of the ovule is called as funicle. Hilum is that point where the funicle attaches. Eto jodi ovule hoy, edal jodi stalk hoy, jot lagi thakibo no, that point will be called as the hilum. Right. Next, placenta and the ovary wall. Ovary to bhitorte ei ovule to thakibo, right? Ei ovule to aru ovary to kunkhini jagah thakibo, it will be present at the placenta. Placenta nothing but nourishing tissues, right? So this is a rough diagram of an anatropous ovule. Now, after doing this, ketaman point ako likhibo lagibo. So please point boli heading kora. Before doing that, ekhon hole nai. Can I rub the board? Or any
Yes,
questions
ma'am.
from the diagram?
Yes.
From examination point of view, so what is a funicle, what is the hilum, what is the raphe, every words আমি চাম, ঠিক আছে? সেইকাৰণে লগে লগে মই definition টো already দি গৈছো. Okay, next লিখিবা points বুলি লিখা. The first point is about integuments. Integuments কি হয়? The covering. Integuments লগত কিছুমান word associated. Unitechnic ovule. যোনটো ovule এখন integument থাকে. Example could be okay, integuments কি form করে? As I said, not necessarily there will be always two integuments. In case of gymnosperms, we see a condition that is called as unitechnic. Angiosperms are bitechnic. We also have something called as tritechnic. One example, Asphodilus. Example মনত ৰাখিবা দেই, tritechnic questions আহে. And sometimes integuments might be absent also. And that condition will be called as atechnic. Example, speculum. Right? So the first point is about integuments. Integuments is nothing but the covering after fertilization. Key form koribo tante seed coat form koribo. Depending on the presence of or depending on the number of integuments, it could be uni, bi, tri, atechnic, etc. The most common condition that you see in case of angiosperm is bitechnic condition, and that is the reason why we have drawn the ovule with two integuments. But unitechnic is also something, a condition that is seen, that is more commonly seen in case of gymnosperms. So 8 terms will have monotrachiba. So this is the first point. The second point is about nucleus এইখিনি হ'ল নেকি?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The second point is about mucilaginous. Mucilaginous কি জানো যে it is nothing but the nutritive tissue. It is those tissues from which the ovule develops. It is of two types. Or we see two conditions. So কিছুমান ওভিউলৰ কি হয় নিউক্লিয়াছ খিনি poorly developed হয় আৰু কিছুমান ওভিউলত নিউক্লিয়াছটো well developed হয়. So accordingly we have two terms and the question is asked about the two terms, right? If you have come across the words called as tenunucleate and precinucleate. So question আহে tenunucleate কি হয় আৰু precinucleate কি হয়? In polypetally condition, polypetally কি আছিলে? কি petals আৰু ইয়াতে gamopetalous condition or fused petals. Example could be etc. And in this case, the examples would be those. So question ahe tenunucleate আৰু precinucleate. So question
Ma'am,
is
first
কেনেকে
to কি
আহিছে?
pronounce কৰিছে?
Tenunucleate. Tanuciellate. Tenunucleate আৰু precinucleate.
Okay.
Okay. So question kya hai? The ovules in which the nucleus is poorly developed is called as, it is called as tenunucleate ovules, and in the ovules in which the nucleus is more in amount or it is well developed, it is called as precinucleate. As far as the examples are concerned, examples not very important, only the terms are more important, right? So precinucleate ki hoy aur tenunucleate ki hoy, hekita bostু ধ্যান কৰিব. Is it over?
Ma'am, ৰখক ma'am, example টো লিখিছো. Ma'am, প্ৰথম example টো কি লিখিছে? Gamo?
প্ৰথম example টো gamopetalous conditions, right? যোনবিলাক flowers fused petals থাকে, right? তাত কি থাকিব এইটো gamopetalous condition example not important, right? আৰু যোনবিলাকৰ polypetalous conditions or three petals থাকে তাহাঁতক আমি কি দেখা পাওঁ? precinucleate conditions দেখা পাওঁ. Gamopetalous condition, tenunucleate, polypetalous condition, precinucleate. So as we have talked about nucleus, no? Nucleus, we have just showed it in the diagram. What is the main function of the nucleus? Obviously, to provide nourishment to the developing ovule. So as the ovule keeps on developing, nuclear cells বিলাক কি হ'ব লাহে লাহে নাইকিয়া হৈ যাব because they will start degenerating because they will supply all their contents to the ovules, right? So ultimately কি হ'ব at the time of seed formation, nuclear tissues বিলাক আৰু দেখা নাপাওঁ. So with the development of the ovule, the nuclear content or the nuclear tissues will keep on declining and ultimately they will be degenerating or they will get over. কিন্তু কিছুমান এনেকুৱা আছে যোনে নেকি even after seed formation, the nuclear tissues could be seen. Are you understanding? মই দুটা statement কৈছো মই কি কৈছো if you are talking about the nucleus, what is the function of the nucleus? It will provide nourishment to the developing ovule. As the ovule develops, the amount of the nuclear tissues keeps on decreasing and ultimately it gets over, right? Completely নাইকিয়া হৈ যায়। কিন্তু কিছুমান seed এনেকুৱা আছে যে even after seed formation, nuclear tissues বিলাক থাকি যায়। So those seeds in which or those seeds that have persistent nucleus could be called as এটা term আছিলে যিটো নেকি তোমালোকে morphology already পঢ়িছা। One type of a seed that has,
False.
yes, please say again.
False.
Oh, no. I think you remember something called as periplasmic seed. Periplasmic seed or নাম শুনিছা নাই? যেনেকে coffee, beet, এইবিলাক example of periplasmic seed আছিলে। Okay, we'll talk about it. এইখিনি হলে নাই?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. তাৰ next continue কৰিবা। huh? Normally, the nucleus gets completely absorbed during embryo development. কাৰণ তাৰ নিজৰ contents বিলাক ক'ত গ'লগৈ? It all went to the developing ovule. But we have a term called as perispermic seeds. Exact seeds of কি থাকে? They have persistent nucleus even after seed formation. So sentence to the likhi goye asa na, see whether you have understood or not. So sentence to বুজি পাইছা না? Something about the nucleus. So nuclear tissues বিলাকৰ কাম কি? যে we have drawn this diagram, no? এইটো এটা ovule, surrounding tissues বিলাক আমি dotted লিখি, এইটো কি হয়? Nucleus. So এই nucleus খিনিয়ে কি কৰিব? এই developing embryo টোক কি কৰিব? Nutrients বিলাক দি থাকিব. So once they give nutrients, so their content will gradually decrease and ultimately at the time of seed formation, nuclear tissues একেবাৰে নাথাকিব. That is in normal condition. But there are certain seeds that are called as perispermic seeds. What are perispermic seeds? The seeds that have persistent nucleus is called as perispermic seed. So directly question সেইটোৰ ওপৰতে আহে. Seeds with persistent nucleus are called as perispermic seeds. And second, the examples. এই তিনটা examples of বেলেগ examples আৰু চাবলৈ নালাগে. Perispermic seed, persistent nucleus, and the examples. These are three words that you will remember. Clear? Kiba doubts? And the last point about nucleus, one of the cells of the nucleus lying towards the micropyle will become big and ultimately it will behave as megaspore mother cell. Right? And this megaspore mother cell obviously we know কি হব meiosis undergo কৰিব আৰু কি form কৰিব four haploid megaspores, and out of these four haploid megaspores, three will degenerate and one remains functional. So, যোনটো এইটো point লিখিছো এই পইণ্টটো বুজি পাইছা নে নাই আমি কিহৰ কথা we are talking about main heading কি we are talking about that ovary, we are talking about the ovule, right? So, ovule বুলি ক'লে structure of ovule when we are talking about we have seen the presence of nucleus. এতিয়া আমি গম পালো কি কোৱাচোন we have talked about megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell কোনে form কৰিছে understood? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So ultimately, microspore mother cell to আমি already পঢ়িলে microspore mother cell ultimately কি form কৰিলে microspore form কৰিলে, right? Now we are talking about megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell কি form কৰিব megaspores form কৰিব, and who form the megaspore mother cell? It is the cell of the nucleus. We have seen a diagram. If suppose এখন integument ঠিক আছে এইটো এটা integument এইটো এটা integument প্ৰথমতে at the beginning এই গোটেই cells বিলাক কি আছিলে nuclear cells আছিলে ঠিক আছে আমি যেনেকে microspore development সময়ত আমি পঢ়িছিলো we have talked about that archispore layer, we have talked about that hypodermal layer, epidermis আছিলে নাই এনেকুৱা এটা বস্তু পঢ়িছিল নাই if you are talking about this and when you cut a TS you see something like this and this layer was called as epidermal layer and we know that epidermal এটো কি আছিলে archispore layer আছিলে নাই আৰু archispore layer তে এটা cell ডাঙৰ হৈ পেলাই ultimately what the pollen parietal cell and the sporogenous cell form কৰিছিলে. That was the explanation in case of microspore. In case of megaspore development, what we have seen is if you are talking about the ovule, ovule to কোনোবাই form কৰিব লাগিব. So form কৰিব one cell of the nucleus. Nucleus কি হয় collection of cells, not nutritive in function, but one of the cell of the nucleus that lies towards the micropyle, maybe a cell out of all the cell এটা cell ডাঙৰ হ'ব, right? And a cell too, out of all the cells, one cell will become big and prominent, and this cell towards the micropyle would behave as a megaspore mother cell, and ultimately he কি form কৰিব? Is the point understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So I think this is all today, right? In the next class, what we are going to discuss is the different types of ovules. আজি আমি কি আৰম্ভ কৰিলো? We have talked about the female reproductive part, right? The female reproductive part is called as the gynoecium. Gynoecium individual member carpel or pistil, flowers with single carpel, flowers with many carpel, monocarpellary, polycarpellary, right? When we talk about the carpel, it is made up of 3 parts, that is stigma, style and ovary. Inside the ovary, what lies is obviously the ovule. We have drawn the structure of an ovule. What is the most common type of ovule that you see in case of angiosperms? It is anatropous. When is the ovule said to be anatropous? When the micropyle faces towards the ground, that is the anatropous ovule. That is something that's very commonly found in case of angiosperms. Talking about the structure of the ovule, we have discussed certain words called as funicle, raphe, salaja. Then we have talked about hilum, we have talked about nucellus, etc. Nucellus portion token basically discussed for you. Remember the words called as tenunucellate and quasinucellate conditions. And certain seeds which have persistent nucellus, those are called as perispermic seeds. Examples very important from examination point of view. And the last point that will wind up the class today is with this point, that one cell of the nucellus that lies towards the micropyle will ultimately become big and prominent, and they will start behaving as megaspore mother cell. Our megaspore mother cell will obviously twice in. So this will undergo meiosis and ultimately will form a collection of 4 haploid cells. Those are called as megaspores. And the most important point about megaspore is, out of the 4 megaspores, only 1 will remain functional and the 3 of them will degenerate. Is it clear up till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the portion that we'll discuss, and we will wind up the class today. So we'll meet you on the next class, and the PK Fatima pathai din. Theek hai sir? Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.